Welcome to Mahjong Central. My name is Michele. I'm going to do some Charleston modeling for American style. If you haven't learned how to play yet, there are links below the video with lessons and some exercises that you can go through so you can learn how to play. Let me show you how to do Charleston modeling. I have all my tiles out in a rack, and I'm going to be the dealer, so I'm going to grab 14 random tiles. So there's 14 tiles. Now I'm going to set up my Charleston. This is going to be a mock Charleston. It's not an exact science. There may even be jokers in here. So if I pick a joker, I got to make sure to remove it and take a replacement tile from the remaining tiles on the table, because you know you can't pass jokers. Okay, let's see what we might play with this random pull. So we have Winds and Dragons, a good assortment there. And I always like to set my tiles up in order and in suit. Okay, we have no jokers, no flowers, no multiples. This happens all the time, actually. And when this happens, you just need to look at the tiles that you have and pick a category that uses as many of them as possible, and pick the category that uses the most of them, obviously. So we could play a Wind and Dragon hand, perhaps. I see here's a 1, 2, 7. Maybe we could play a year category. So let's see here. There's really not much of a consecutive run option. We have no flowers, so I don't think a lucky 13 is good. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have no sixes, so that's not going to work. We don't have any threes, so a little 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, little odds I call it, won't be good. And big odds I don't think will be good either, because we only have 1, 9, 7, 5. 3, 6, 9 won't work because there's no sixes. So I'm thinking probably a Wind and Dragon hand or a year category. One or the other. So I'm going to save every 1, 2, 7 and Wind and Dragon. And then this is what we'll pass. So let's see if we can make a year category or a Wind and Dragon hand. So let's get rid of these. Okay, there's that joker I was talking about. You just got to get a replacement. And now we have a 1 and a 2. So now we have 2 multiples. So definitely something consecutive or a year category. And for the year category, you can't use wins. There are no wins this year in the year category. So we could play a consecutive hand with the dragon, or we could play a year category. We could even play something consecutive with the ones. So let's save those. We can get rid of all of these here. So let's get rid of a 4, 9, and I was just thinking we could play a pair hand. News with ones. Let's get rid of the red dragon. All right, now we have another pair here. So there's a potential 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. So news with ones, a 1, 2 consecutive. We have no 4s, so I think we should just go ahead and break this up. That's a little risky because it's all consecutive, but considering our options, I think that's the best we can do. Ooh, a keeper. News with ones. So let's go ahead, and we're now at 9 bam 8 dot. I don't want to pass a like number, but I will break that pair up. So I'm thinking news with ones. Let's break up the 2 at this point. Now we are on the first, let's see, we went right across left. We are now through the first Charleston. So we could stop the Charleston, but I wouldn't do that. We're way too far away from even a category to stop the Charleston. I have 6 discards. So I think we just break up the pair. Okay. Got to put away that, oh goodness, red. All right, now we can throw the 9 dots, not going to help at all. So we'll break that up. Okay, that sure is pretty, but it's not useful. So we can pass these. There's a keeper. Okay, and now we have some optional crosses here. So we're trying for news with ones, the very first pair hand. It really doesn't matter what we discard, it's all going to be dangerous. So we're going to pass 3 for optional cross. Okay, let's see if we get anything back. I don't remember what's in here. We got our red dragon back. Okay, and so we have 5 discards for the news with ones pair hand. That's not too bad. I'd rather see 4 discards, but that was a pretty good attempt, I think, at a pair hand. If you came up with something different, let me know. So we'll get them mixed up now and do this again. So I'm going to take a random 14. If you pull 4 from each side, you should have 6 in the middle. That's your 14. I'll now make the mock Charleston. Right across left, left across right. So we're ready to go here. We got some jokers and a flower this time. So let's put those over here. There's a wind and a dragon. Okay, now in suit and in order. All right, no multiples though. So I see a consecutive run here. We could play a consecutive run hand with opposite dragons. Consecutive run with opposite dragons. We could also play a year category. We've got the 2, 7, and a 1, or 2, 7, and a white. So let's get rid of these. So we're between consecutive run or a year category. Now we have a multiple. We still have tiles to pass, so we don't have to pick a hand. You really only need to pick a hand when you run out of discards. Let's keep the Charleston moving. Got to put that joker back. And we got a 1 and a 6. And we've got a green dragon. So I'm thinking 6, 7, 8 with opposite dragons. That would be the last hand under consecutive run. So that would mean we have to throw all these away. Now it's going to get a little risky because we're all in one suit. But we've got 2 multiples and the right dragon, so I think we should go for it. Oh, another flower. And now here's a 2, 4, 8. That's going to be risky. Boy, this is going to be tight. So I don't like passing flowers. Put the joker back. Oh my gosh. So we did get a keeper here. We are on an optional cross. So we are stuck. Okay. I do not like passing flowers, and I do not like passing a pair, and we have to pass 3 across. So at this point, we either need to break up the hand or break a rule. Break a hand or break a rule. Break the hand or break a rule. So let's see here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to break a rule. I'm going to pass a flower and a pair. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll pass a flower and one of the 2s, and then I'll give up a 6. We can use the joker to make up for that later. I'm not gonna pass a pair. I'd rather break up my hand. So now we have 2 6s and a south. So let's pass these. We got an 8. And now we can pass 6, 7, 2. Maybe we'll get the 6 back in the optional cross. Boy, that temptation is there. Passing pairs and flowers, oh my goodness. Those got to be a rarity. You can just really help somebody out doing that. Okay, we got a flower back, but we did not get the 6. However, we only need 3. So we can use these jokers to help with that sacrifice. And now we have 4 discards. So that didn't end up too bad, even though we had to break up our hand. Let me know what you think about that one. That does happen occasionally. And would you have done the same thing? Would you have passed a pair? Would you have passed 2 flowers? I don't know. I would break up my hand before I pass a pair. Boy, that temptation is really there, though. All right, let's do this one more time. When you do these exercises, you've got to do them as if you're really playing in a game. So by me passing a flower and a pair, that is not what I would normally do in a game. So in order to really make this exercise work, you've got to play as if you were playing with 4 other people or 3 other people. So try to make decisions that you would make in a live game. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get this time. Okay, so we do have some mixed suit here. I'm going to build around the 3 though. That's the strength of my hand. I'm going to hold the flower because I don't like passing them. So I'm thinking we could do a 3, 6, 9, but we have no 6s. So I'm thinking consecutive. Therefore, I'm going to save every 2, 3, 4, 5 or 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what I will pass. Now I don't want to get stuck with like numbers, so I'm going to break that up right now. Okay, so we have a 2. So our run is 2, 3, 4, 5. Anytime you're in mixed suits, try to build around 4 consecutive numbers. And it doesn't matter what they are, where they fall, what suit they are. not until you get rid of your discards. Then you can make a decision. But you can move the Charleston along, just gather. When you run out of discards, then pick a hand. So let's pass these. Oh boy, look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm playing Mahjong later today. I hope I get jokers like that. Okay, so now we have 2 tiles to pass. And we have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little long. That's a series of 5. Although we could do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 different suits. We could potentially do a 3, 4, 5 with 4s in the middle, maybe. I think I'm going to give up on the 1 and stick with a 2, 3, 4, 5 or 3, 4, 5, maybe 3, 4, 5 with 4s in the middle. We do have all the 3s as well. We could do 2, 3, 4 with 3s in the middle. So let's give up the 1. We got a 3. Let's look at the 2, 3, 4 with 3s in the middle. So here's a 3, here's the 4, we need 2 dots. We could use the joker for the 2 dot. So 2, 3, 4 with 3s in the middle. We're not going to need this. We could hold it though, I don't want to pass it. Okay, so we totally don't need the 6 or the south. Let's hold the 2. Okay, let's pass this, because we could still do 2, 3, 4 if we get 4 bam. Wait, oh yeah, let's pass these, because we could do 2, 3, 4 with bams, and with the 2 and the 4 in bams instead of the 2 and the 4 in dots. Let's pass those. Oh, we got a 4 and a 2. Awesome. Oh my gosh. And now we have tiles to pass, but that's all 1 suit. Although we're so close, I'm going to do it. We got a pair and a 6 bam. So I am not going to pass a pair. I'm going to pass 1 blind. We're on the last right, so I can pass 1 blind. And we have 3 tiles to pass for optional cross. And we have discards. That was nice though. We have 4 discards away from a winning hand. We've got all the 3s. Well, we need 1 more actually. So we need a 3 bam and a 2 dot to get set. We can Kong the 4s. So if we could get another 2 dot, we could then be ready on a 3 bam. So that was a good one. 4 discards. And this is the consecutive hand with Kongs of 2s and 4s with 3s in the middle, 1 of each suit in pairs. So that would be the second from the bottom under consecutive run. Let me know what you think about the Charleston modeling in this video. Those were some rough decision-making situations there with the pairs and the flowers. And let me know if you would have done something different. I'd love to hear about it. Just write it in the comment section, and maybe I could recreate these hands and see if maybe you came up with something better. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click subscribe. And between now and the next Charleston modeling for American style, may all your picks be keepers.